Hi, everybody. Paul Surrey here from NFI Group, and thanks to our friends at the Scotiabank for including us in this very important ESG conference. You could not find a better business in terms of telling the ESG story. Our business, our products, and our company are clearly driving the evolution to zero-emission vehicles, thus the whole concept of leading the Zevolution. So just to start off, a quick cautionary statement about our materials, and please check all of our formal information that is filed on SEDAR and our public offerings. NFI is the leading independent bus and coach company around the world, and we have evolved as a business, which I'll tell you a little bit later, from selling vehicles to now providing solutions. And the platforms range from transit buses under the New Flyer banner to Motor Coach Industries, or MCI, the leader in North America motor coaches, to the double-deck global leader, Alexander Dennis, and also the largest provider of buses and coaches in the United Kingdom. Arbach, a leader in low-floor zero-emission, as well as traditional propulsion shuttle buses and cutaways in North America, all supported by a whole suite of what we call NFI parts to provide parts for our buses, but also for our customers. It's clear as we've evolved from propulsion or internal combustion engines to now zero emission, and whether we're talking about battery electric, fuel cell electric, or even trolley electric, the game has changed for our customers, but quite honestly for our business. And we've clearly evolved as a leader, not only providing the vehicle, but providing solutions, which includes everything from the charging infrastructure through the actual highly customized vehicle, including telematics, diagnostics, as well now full suite of aftermarket warranty support, the ability to provide a customer with that comprehensive solution through the life of that vehicle. At the end of the day, we're moving precious cargo. We exist to move people. And so we've evolved our vision, and we've evolved a mission of a company well beyond the vehicle, but quite honestly, delivering innovative and sustainable solutions. And clearly our product and our customers and their customers have moved to demand far more safety, accessibility, efficiency, and reliability. And we've taken very serious our commitment with our values and our principles on the left-hand side here, but also this concept at the end of the day, for us to win as a business, but also for our environment and our world to win, we have to take a balanced approach. We have to ensure that we're delivering the right balanced integrity to our customers, to our employees, our shareholders, and our communities and the environment. And so we've worked really hard at embedding that whole social ESG type environment and governance into our business. At the highest level, we're almost 8,000 people. We've got a really good balance now of people located not only in North America, more than half of our people are in Canada and the United States, but now throughout UK internationally, and a good solid balance of leadership professionals and experts across all of our product lines. Now, COVID clearly had an impact on our business. There's absolutely no doubt that public transit agencies or private operators were massively disrupted in 2020. We took it head on. We immediately idled our facilities for almost 2 full months and went back into our facilities before we let our people back in with PPE requirements, re-engineering processes, cleaning, fogging, temperature checks, symptom disclosure policies, and so on and so forth. An amazing journey with over 14,000 hours of training to get our people to be safe, some still working from home, but the vast majority back in our facilities. From a governance perspective, we're really blessed to have a board that is fundamentally believes what we are doing, not only how we run our business, but the product that we offer is critical to the future of this planet. And so we have evolved the definition of the board and the scope and the skills matrix. Independence now 80%, 1/3 of our board team is now female, and now a geographic diversity to allow us to have our heads up across issues around the planet. 300 combined years of board experience and active engagement of that board in investing in our business. A couple of years ago, actually more than that, 2007, our company drafted a phrase and an expression and a logo. We called it our sustainability pledge, which couldn't be more appropriate for today's environment. At the end of the day, our pledge says we need a better product, a better workplace, and a better world. So let me tell you about that and how it applies to our business. First, a better product. We have worked really hard to evolve our buses and our coaches and our product to be the latest technologies as the technology around engines evolved, but also now with the zero emission battery or fuel cell type of dynamic. And there's no question that investment in our space has a massive multiplier on not only the ripple effect on industry and job creation, but reduction of operating costs for the long term. And quite honestly, the whole dynamic of safety with more and more people riding in highly integrated, safe electric vehicles. Every single zero emission bus can eliminate 3.4 million pounds of CO2 over its 12-year life, the equivalent of 28 cars per year. And so you could imagine our view and our focus working our operators. The chart on the bottom left is really quite stark in the reality of, as we've evolved with our propulsion offerings, there is no question now that movement to zero emission vehicles is fundamental to a net zero future. And quite honestly, we believe zero emission evolution is going to happen. It's an if. It's a when, sorry, not an if. It will happen. Now, our journey at NFI started in 1969. Our first fully zero-emission vehicle was delivered in 1969, an electric rubber-wheeled bus trolley. We were the first then to progress in the industry around natural gas, the first to push and devolve and deploy electric hybrid vehicles. We were the first to put fuel cells on the vehicles in North America, originally as the propulsion system and now as a range generator. We have launched lots of technology around connectivity and telematics, and in the last couple of years evolved even further with infrastructure solutions, helping our customers not only put an electric vehicle on the road, but effectively helping them design, deploy, and enable technology that allows them to charge that buses in a very efficient way. And of course, that journey continues today. Already in 2021, we've made some very significant announcements. The announcement of an introduction of a fully SAE level 4 autonomous vehicle, a whole strategy around next generation vehicles, battery size, location, energy density, range, a very exciting pilot around battery recycling at end of life. And then in the last couple of months, we've really done a good job of launching related technologies or related products with the same technologies, the Arbach Equus Charge, a medium class vehicle, and most recently the announcement of both the MCI J4500 and D45 CRT LE Charge. So motor coaches now having that same capability. Look, the really important part of our business is that we're not catching up in this space. We're actually leading the evolution to zero-emission vehicles. As a combined business with our core companies, we've got 450 years of bus and coach experience. We've been involved with zero-emission vehicles now for 50 years in 13 countries, and our total portfolio of deployed vehicles is now 105,000. The chart on the bottom, the visual on the bottom left, I think is very appropriate. We've come a long way of bluing, if you will, the old days of a diesel bus emitting smoke. We've been very aggressive with hybrid electric deployment and now truly zero emission, trolley, battery electric, and fuel cell electric. With over last month, we met 40,000 miles of now electric service since 2015. We have 1,465 of those vehicles in service in over 80 cities. Our backlog continues to grow. Our charger deployment infrastructure continues to be strong. And our forecast for this year, 2020, 10% of our revenue was associated with zero-emission vehicles. This year, we think it'll be 20 to 25%. Now, the other thing is not only the vehicle and the charging infrastructure. This is step change for our industry. And so in 2017, we made the investment to create the first Industries Vehicle Innovation Center focused on buses and motor coach electrification. We call it the VIC. It's located in Anniston, Alabama. And since then, we've had all kinds of visitors, funders, operators, politicians, drivers, technicians, all learning about how the game will change with zero-emission vehicles. The ability to actually effectively see an exploded view of a vehicle, to understand all the different elements, to ensure that we truly have lower cost of ownership and sustainable operation has been fundamental of introducing this wonderful capability to the industry. Let me tell you a little bit about our workplace and how we're trying to meet that pledge of a better workplace. Clearly, our commitment to safety has really delivered and tremendous results for our people. You can see the charts on the left-hand side with our OSHA recordable rate and our lost time rate. This goes back to a commitment that was started in late 1990s, and we've seen dramatic reduction since 2000, both 90% for OSHA and 96% for lost time. Really excited about the employees' buy-in to making a better facility for them to work and operate in. And finally, all of the elements around trying to ensure inclusion, diversity, equity, but also the elements of efficiency of operation, safety of operation, engagement. And so we've deployed a whole bunch of different policies and methodologies throughout the facilities. No question, last year was dramatic on all of us. And so twice during last year, we did pulse checks of our employees with over 58% response rate. And in both cases, had tremendous feedback about their desire to continue with and grow and their satisfaction with us as a company. The other element of our world, while some hasn't changed, many components on a bus are the same as they were before. But with zero emission and with the global dynamic associated with certain elements of supply chain, the commitment to ensure that our partners are following the same rules, that we live within an environment of ensuring, source of supply is secure, that we have verification of how those suppliers work, that we're meeting our and their, goals around MBE, DBE, or MWBE, and ensuring that our entire system of delivering product and service to our customer is compliant with a global standard. Very pleased with our global supplier code of conduct deployment. I talked a minute ago about diversity, inclusion, and equity, and we fundamentally follow a very simple formula that you have to do all three. And as you see on the top right there, we've made some great progress across our business of ensuring women inside our organization, women in the management levels, executive roles, boards, visible minorities, people with disabilities, and so forth. And we highlight at the bottom the early start of our journey around ensuring we have veterans now more deployed in our workforce and disadvantaged workforce. The bottom left, I think, is important. In Canada, the Canadian government put out a challenge called the 50-30 Challenge to really try and challenge companies and leaders in industries to actually put their money where their mouth is and make a commitment to try and achieve those targets. And we strongly support and we're early committer to the 50-30 Challenge. The other thing that's true is in the vast majority of cases, our product is paid by taxpayers. And so in addition to doing a good job for our people and for our workforce and our customers, it's incumbent on us to ensure that we are truly engaged with our communities. And so in 2020, we deployed what we call the Community Benefits Framework, but a vehicle or a document that governs how we're going to work inside our communities to ensure that diversity and inclusion happens, how we're going to ensure that money spent by that taxpayer results in ultimate community benefits, but also a path in our manufacturing environment for disadvantaged, underserved, and underrepresented individuals. Now, coming from that framework, we launched a number of national programs, but also 15 state-level programs in our first deployment in our Alabama facility, engaging local communities to be part of our journey and help us as we hire, train, recruit, and people for our company. Very pleased with the results. Finally, our products can have a massive impact in creating a better world. The evolution or Zevolution to zero emission in buses and coaches has only just begun. If you look at this chart in the middle here, other than China, which has achieved 60% of their buses and coaches are zero emission, all other areas where we play, Canada, the United States, Latin America, UK, Europe, Africa, are all very, very low percentages of adoption to this point. Just imagine for a minute if the world transitions the entire global bus fleet to zero emission. That's a combined 9 trillion pounds of CO2 being eliminated over a 12-year life of a bus. We're committed to not only be part of it, but to lead that Zevolution. And we're also focused, quite honestly and seriously, on our own environment, trying to ensure how we source, build, manufacture, deliver, and support our vehicles. And here are some examples here of our greenhouse gas emissions and our commitment and progress over the last couple of years, with from 2019 to 2020, a 20 or 20% reduction in every one of our categories. But this is a journey. This is not a destination. We will and have continued to progress. Finally, at the end of the day, we want our company to be a critical enabler in our communities where people feel safe, welcome, and engaged. And so we've chosen, for example, the United Way. Every location we have a facility in North America, we have partnered with the United Way to effectively deploy our people to assist, but also to raise funds to ensure that workplace campaigns and communities are a benefactor of our success and our employees' success. And so over the past decade, we've been able to gather and collect $2.5 million through those campaigns and using our people to deploy that through into our communities. Finally, in summary, we have a clear ESG roadmap for the future, and we have clear financial targets. No question, we're impacted in 2020 by COVID. 2021, we've provided guidance that is very achievable, up to between a 40 and 50% growth at our EBITDA, adjusted EBITDA performance level. And we've also put our necks on the line with targets for 2025, the recovery of an industry and the recovery of our business, buoyed by our performance and leading of the Zero Emission Challenge. And so we believe by 2025, we can grow our revenue between 3.9 and 4.1 billion US dollars and delivering an EBITDA between 400 and 450 million dollars. Our priorities are clear. We have a roadmap, everything around our business, our environment, our people, and our community. And we've taken a very defined approach and made commitments in every one of those areas to try and ensure that we are not only participating, but leading the world to a better place, a better product, and a better world. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your time. Appreciate